Sige, ma-present.
Kasi excuse me. Mag-start ako pre, naka-screen record naka.
Oo.
Okay. So, hello everyone. So today we are going to discuss the developing competency-based curriculum. So first, what is competency-based curriculum? So competency-based curriculum is a curriculum that emphasizes what learners are expected to do rather than mainly focusing on what you're expected to know. So in principle, such as curriculum is learner-centered and adapted to the changing needs of students, teacher, and society. So ang curriculum-based, ang competency-based curriculum is kuan siya kanang it is emphasize what learners are expected to do rather than mainly focusing on what they are expected to do. So next. So the importance. So competency-based education helps students develop and demonstrate a mastery over a topic, builds a culture of equity and inclusivity, and prepares students for life beyond the walls of their school. So kani siya nga ang importance daw sa competency-based education is kanang bitong kanang reality ba nga mahitabo gid sa imong life gyud na wala lang nag-focus academically. And the next. So steps to develop a competency-based curriculum. So first, conduct assessment. Second, identify competencies addressed by this rotation or experience. And then next, write goals and objectives. And then fourth, determine teaching methods. And then fifth, determine assessment method. And then lastly, determine program improvement methods. So next. So B, Farah.
Reasons to consider incorporating competency-based learning in your schools or classroom. Or these are the benefits of um, competency-based curriculum. Next. First is students learn for mastery. The first benefit of competency-based education may seem like a simple one. Students demonstrate complete competency or mastery of the skill they are working on before moving on to the next one. So this is in theory quite straightforward, but the effects of this benefit are significant. So when students master a skill, they often have a long-lasting understanding of it and are able to apply the skill in multiple contexts. So situations and other problems. On the flip side, when students don't learn for mastery, they might be able to perform a skill in isolation, but they are unable to apply it in the real world or even to the other problems that they encounter in class. Next. Second is the time and resources spent on learning and learning outcomes are more effective and efficient. So as pointed out above, when teachers follow a traditional teaching schedule, they are often students who are unable to access the material because they lack an understanding of previous skills. So on the other hand, some students may understand new concepts quickly and not need as much time as is given on a special skill. And whether one or both of these ends of the spectrum are happening in the classroom, there is a waste of time and resources for both students and teachers. Next. So the third one is there is a more equitable learning environment. In this day and age, most of us are aware that significant there is a difference between equality and equity. And one huge plus of competency-based education is that it allows all learners to get what they need on an individual basis. With the traditional way of teaching, students are taught equally, meaning everyone gets the same thing at the same pace, regardless of whether they get it or not. So fourth, there is more room for authentic learning and assessment. So we all know that assessing student learning is an extremely important part of teaching. And without both summative and formative assessment, teachers do not fully know their students' understanding of the skills being taught. With competency-based education, teachers facilitate authentic tests and authentic assessments for students rather than conventional set work or paper and pencil tests. And last of the benefits of competency curriculum, a base curriculum, is students have autonomy over their learning. In a traditional classroom, learning is typically teacher led, right? So teachers or administration decide on the curriculum, the pace at which it is taught, and the way in which students demonstrate their understanding. An important benefit of competency-based learning is that it is much more student-centered and allows students to take leadership over their own learning. When students have transparency about what they have and haven't mastered yet in a competency-based education classroom, they can of they can become advocates for themselves and what they need to work on. So I think that's all. That's the last part. Thank you.